Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Radha Madhav Jayo Radha Madhav, Radha Madhav Jayo Radha Madhav Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudire nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktiravavati naishaki krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha nandagopakumaraya govindaya namo namaha. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 23, text number 1. Maitreya Uvacha Pitrubhyam Pratiste Sadhvi Patim Ingita Kovida Nityam Parayasharata Pritya Bhavani Va Bhavam Prabhum. Maitreya Uvacha Pitrubhyam Prasthite Sadhvi Patim Ingita Kovida Nityam Paryarchata Pritya Bhavani Va Bhavam Prabhum. Maitreya Uvacha Pitrubhyam Prasthite Sadhvi Patim Ingita Kovida Nityam Paryasharata Pritya Bhavani Va Bhavam Prabhum. Maitreya Uvacha, Maitreya said, Pitrubhyam, by the parents, Prasthite, at the departure, Sadhvi, the chaste woman, Patim, her husband, Ingita Kovida, understanding the desires, Nityam, constantly, Paryarchata, by she served, Pritya, with great love, Bhavani, the goddess Parvati, Eva, like. Bhavam, Lord Shiva. Prabhutam, her Lord. Maitreya continued. After the departure of her parents, the chaste woman Devavati, who could understand the desire of her husband, served him constantly with a great love, as a Bhavani, the wife of Lord Shiva, serves her husband. Purport. The specific example of Bhavani is very significant. Bhavani means the wife of Bhava or Lord Shiva, Bhavani or Parvati, the daughter of the king of the Himalayas. Selected Lord Shiva, who appears to be just like a beggar, as her husband. In spite of her being a princess, she undertook all kinds of tribulations to associate with Lord Shiva, who did not even have a house, but was sitting underneath the trees and passing his time in meditation. Although Bhavani was the daughter of a very great king, she used to serve Lord Shiva just like a poor woman. Similarly, Devahuti was the daughter of an emperor, Swayambhuva Manu. Yet, she preferred to accept Kardama Muni as her husband. She served him with a great love and affection, and she knew how to please him. Therefore, she is designated here as Sadhavi, which means a chaste, faithful wife. A rare example is the ideal of Vedic civilization. Every woman is expected to be as good as chaste as Devahuti or Bhavani. Today in Hindu society, unmarried girls are still taught to worship Lord Shiva with the idea that they may get husband like him. Lord Shiva is the ideal husband, not in the sense of riches or sense gratification, but because he is the greatest of all devotees. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. Shambhu or Lord Shiva is the ideal Vaishnava. He constantly meditates upon the Lord Ram and chants Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Lord Shiva has a Vaishnava Sampradaya, which is called the Vishnaswami Sampradaya or Rudra Sampradaya. Unmarried girls worship Lord Shiva so that they can expect a husband who is as good a Vaishnava as he. The girls are not taught to select a husband who is very rich or very opulent for material sense gratification. Rather, if a girl is fortunate enough to get a husband as good as Lord Shiva in devotional service, then her life becomes perfect. The wife is dependent on the husband, and if a husband is a Vaishnava, then naturally she shares the devotional service of the husband because she renders him service. This reciprocation of service and love between husband and wife is the ideal of a household life. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamiyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padagalam Shri Guru Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Varjanasetam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Vadan Sagna Lalita Shakhan Vitam Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinavando Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwanasute Devi Pranamami Devi Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. पितृभ्याम प्रस्थिते साध्वी पतिमिंगित कोविदा नित्यम प्रयर शरत प्रीत्या भवानीव भवम प्रभु. Now Maitreya Rishi is explaining about the Dampatya Jivan or married life of Garuda Muni and Devavati. How they are able to live together on the wonderful principles of service. And here in these words itself, Maitreya Rishi is also giving an example how they are living a life. They are living like a Bhava and Bhavani, like Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, because they are considered as an ideal grahasthas. Because in the whole universe, they are the first couple actually. And that's why they are also considered as a Lord from whom everything comes. And Prabhupada explains in the purport that who is Bhavani? His mother Parvati, who was the daughter of King of Himalaya. He was also a very opulent person. But his daughter, whom she chose as a husband, she chose Lord Shiva. Not because of his riches. What riches does he have? Huh? Smears ashes on his body, and that is also from crematory. Huh? Has all different varieties of nagas around his neck, around his head, around his hands. This is what his abhushana, jewelries. On top of that, he is a Digambar. Means no clothes on the body. Only the vest is covered with the Vyagra charm. Always carries trident in his hand. No shoes, nothing. Walks like a beggar. And still the daughter of Himalaya, princess, she accepted him as her husband. And not only that, just she has accepted, but she really meant it. She followed all the rules of chaste woman and became one of the examples for a good wife. And Prabhupada explains that today in the Hindu society, unmarried girls are still taught to worship Lord Shiva with the idea that they may get husband like him. In India, generally they do. Now, like next month, they will start all these 16 Mondays. They will have a vrata for Lord Shiva. Generally, the girls, they don't get married. They do this vrata. But what is the purpose of this vrata or pleasing Lord Shiva? Is to get a husband like him. Not just get a husband, but like him. Because Lord Shiva is greatest amongst the Vaishnavas. And especially for our Gaudiyas, Lord Shiva has really great importance. You know why? What's the reason behind that? हाँ, सारे वैष्णव में श्रेष्ठ है, लेकिन बाकी के जो वैष्णव संप्रदाय है वो इतना महत्व नहीं देते शिव जी। भागवतम कहता है आपका, वे विष्णु पुराण को मानते हैं, आप गौड़ीय लोग भागवत को मानते हैं। हाँ, that ब्रह्म संहिता से। Why specifically Gaudiyas, they gave more importance to Lord Shiva. Amongst the other Vaishnavas, Shiva is more celebrated and given a more importance. Yeah, he did. The reason behind that, he is a Krishna Prema Bhandari. He is the storekeeper of Krishna Prema. And that's why in the Vraja, if you want to enter, then you need to take permission from Lord Shiva. And without his mercy, you are not allowed to go in. There's a nice story actually. Once Lord Shiva, he saw that Mother Parvati nicely decorating herself, and very beautifully she has decorated herself and with different ornaments, and she has put different perfumes, and seeing that Lord Shiva said, "What is this? My wife, and I'm not going anywhere. Why she is decorating herself so much? What's the reason behind that?" And he asked, "Yes, madam, what's going on? What's planned today?" She said, "I'm going to Braja." He said, "For what?" "Today is Rasa Leela, so I'm going. And I will also accompany you." She said, "It's not for you. It's only for us. Not for you, because you are a Purusha. Enjoy. And there is only one enjoyer in Braja. That is Krishna. So we are going there." He said, No, I would like to join also." And she said, "At least in this particular form you can't go. So you have to change your form." Then very beautifully, Mother Parvati, she decorated Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva has a beautiful complexion actually. So she first bathed him nicely, then put on the clothes, she decorated him like a beautiful woman. And now she said, "Let's go." But he said, "आप रुको, मैं आ रहा हूँ ना." बोलती, "नहीं, अब ये मैं आ रहा हूँ नहीं चलेगा, मैं आ रही हूँ." ये आपकी थोड़ी जो भाषा है, इसको आपको बदलना पड़ेगा। तो फिर वे चलने लगे। फिर शिव जी जब संवाद कर रहे थे तो फिर से वो पुल्लिंगी सारे शब्दों का उपयोग कर रहे हैं। माता पार्वती बताती कि नहीं, ये नहीं चलेगा. You have to speak like a woman. Now, but do one thing, that you don't speak anything. Just keep mum. I will handle the situation. If I say anything, you just nod your head, yes or no. But don't speak a single word. If you speak a single word, everything will be messed up. Then, Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva, they came there. As Lord Shiva goes, immediately all his associates also, they are ready to go. But this time, they were not able to see Lord Shiva. They saw the only two women, they are going. And Mother Parvati said, you all stay back here only. Your master is inside. So I'm going with her. And I will take care of mine. No need of any one of you to come along with us. So they came. So there are some gopis who are like doorkeepers for Rasalila. So they asked, who is she with you? And Mother Parvati said, she is a new gopi and already Sham Sundar knows I'm bringing her. So I have got her here. And just they looked at her and they said, she is really beautiful, but she looked a little bit manly. How come? Who is she? We never heard her, saw her previously. She went inside. And then Lord was just staring at her from the distance. He was not ready to go close to, Lord Shiva was not ready to go close to her, close to him. Mother Parvati intentionally she kept him with her only. And as they started the dancing, Lord purposefully, cunningly came to Lord Shiva. And he started dancing with him. And as Lord touched and hugged Lord Shiva, he went into ecstasy. And as he has gone in ecstasy, then what happened? He started his dance. And everybody came to know about his real identity. They were amazed. How come this? Then Lord asked him, this Leela is too intimate and not for you. But you can protect us from others, from disturbance. So you be here. And since that day, Lord Shiva is residing in Vrindavan as a Gopeshwar. So daytime if you go, they do Abhishek and everything. But the evening, they dress Gopeshwar as a Gopishwar. They dress him like a Gopi. And in Mathura Mandal Parikrama or Mathura Mandal Mahima, Srila Sanatan Goswami Pad, he has wrote down very wonderfully nice prayers to Gopeshwar. And he specifically says, if you want to enter into Vrindavan, you first go and pray to Lord Shiva. Because without his permission, Dham will not reveal to you. And Lord Shiva is known as the Kshetrapa. What is meant by Kshetra? Huh? Kshetra means the place where Lord is presiding. Like a Jagannath Puri. That is the Kshetra. And Kshetrafal for that, immediate Kshetrapal is Lokanath. There is a nice temple of Lord Shiva. An extended one is in Ekamravan. Who is that? Which is known as the Bhuvaneshwar now. Lord Lingaraj. As Vrindavan has more than 5,000 temples of Lord Krishna, Bhuvaneshwar has more than 5,000 temples of Lord Shiva. And you can see these things when you visit all the ancient temples in India. You will find either on the Iskcon or on the west side of the main temple, you will find the temple of Lord Shiva. Because he is protecting the Kshetra of the Lord. And that's why he is greatest among the devotees. Because Lord has given him a great responsibility to maintain the Lord's ecstasy. To avoid any sort of a disturbance, Lord Shiva is there to protect the Lord's past. And that's why when Vajranath, the great grandson of Lord Krishna, he re-established the whole Vraja. That time he installed 5 Lord Shiva's temples or 5 Shivalingas in Vrajamanda. One is Gopishwar, that is in Vrindavan. Second is Bhuteshwar, he is protecting Mathura. Then there is a Kameshwar in Kamavan. And one more is Nandishwar, is also established by Vajrana in Nandagaon. And Chakleshwar at Manasiganga. And especially this, actually it is Chakreshwar. The Chakreshwar, Lord Shiva, is very close friend of Sanatana Goswami. So whenever Sanatana Goswami Pad, he used to do parikrama for Govardhan, he used to come and sit at that place. Sometimes when he has to write something, he used to go and stay in Chakreshwar temple. So one day he was staying there, but there was a lot of disturbance because of mosquitoes. So he was ready to leave that place because it was creating so much disturbance. He was not able to either write something or he was not able to sit and chant because they are biting him like anything. So he decided to go away from that place. Then Lord Shiva appeared and he said, "Oh, no, please don't go, be here. I want your association." And then he asked other mosquitoes, leave this place. And they have gone from there. So Lord Shiva, by his own example, he shows that how one should take shelter of their Lordship. And Prabhupada says here that Lord Shiva, he always engaged in chanting the holy name of Lord. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Lord Shiva has his own sampradaya also, which is known as Rudra Sampradaya, which is considered as in the age of Akali, that was the first sampradaya actually who preached about the importance of Vaishnavism. Lord Shiva himself came as a Vishnu Swami and he took birth in Andhra Pradesh. And from there, like a Champaranya, that was the place actually where he was born. And he started spreading the, what is that? Shuddha Advaita philosophy. There is one first commentary written on Brahma Sutra by Vaishnava Sampradaya. That was Sarvagya Sutra. That is in Rudra Sampradaya. And presently that Sampradaya is known as a Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. And what is the basic principle of that? Serving the Lord in Vatsalya Bhava and surrendering everything to the Lord. Sri Krishna Sharanam. The most important thing is that, as Prabhupada explains here, the wife is dependent on the husband, and if the husband is a Vaishnava, then naturally she shares the devotional service of the husband because she renders service, she renders him service. And this reciprocation of service and love between husband and wife is the ideal of the householder's life. What is the essence of household life? The service and love. That's the basic principle of household. The reciprocation of service and love. So, any doubt, any question about this? Or any comment?
This means the wife is dependent on the husband. If the husband is a personal husband, naturally share the devotional service.
Today is disappearance day of Shiva's Pandit. Shiva's Pandit is one of the very important person who has given us the principle of devotion. Being a householder, how one can render devotional service to the Lord. And very nicely we can see that from his life. Because Shiva's Pandit, he is considered as a Bhakta Shakti. And previously he was a Narada. And he was appeared before Mahaprabhu came to this material world. By seeing the pathetic condition of the people in the present age, he used to pray their lordship regularly. It's you only who can come and destroy this designs and can able to deliver these people who are so sinful and wretched. As explained in Gaur Gaunada Shripika and even in the Madhya Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita, second chapter, he was so dear to Lord Gauranga because they were previously staying in Halisari, or presently that place is known as a Kumar Hut. But when, because of his strong devotion, he got an intuition that Lord is going to appear in a Navadvip. So with his four brothers, he came to Navadvip and started residing next to the Jagannath Mishra's house. Advaitacharya also, no, not Shantipur, he also came and stayed in Navadvip, especially in Mayapur, Antardvip. And he was staying on the other side of Jagannath Mishra's house, and Shiva's Pandit was staying on the other side of the Jagannath Mishra's house. So it was like in between their house. And Shiva's Pandit, every day he used to have a kirtan at his place. And he was so much dependent on the Lord. He had brothers like a Srinidhi, Sriram, Sriniketan, Srinidhi, Srinidhi. And all they were very much dedicated to their Lordship. And when they heard that Jagannath Mishra's wife, Mother Sachi, she is going to deliver a baby, being an elderly couple, they went and they took care of Mother Sachi nicely. And they trained both Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata how to take care of kids. His wife's name was Malini. And she was very helpful to Shiva's Pandit. Shivas Thakur has given a title as a Pandit, means most intelligent. Amongst the Panchatattva, he is a householder who laid his life in such a way that He was fully dependent on Krishna. One day Lord Gauranga himself asked, "Hey Srivas, how do you maintain yourself? I never saw you going out and walking." Then Srivas Pandit, he just clapped 3 times. And he said, "What is this?" He said, "My Lord, if I to survive, then I will going to get whatever I needed before I finish my 3rd clap. And if it is not, then I will go into the Ganges and drown my whole family and end my life. Because Lord does not want to leave me, so then why should I endeavor? So let me give up." I seeing that sort of a surrender, Lord Gauranga gave him a boon. There will be no daridrya at any time at your place. One day there was a wonderful kirtan was going on in his courtyard, and his son died. And Srivas Thakur, he kept everyone under control and told them that don't disturb, don't cry aloud. He is dead, so dead. Now Lord Gauranga is going to come and have a kirtan, so don't disturb him. And kirtan started. And Lord Gauranga, after some time, he said, "I'm not feeling that same ecstasy. I think there is some problem in this place." So he called up, "Srivas, what has happened?" Srivas said, "Nothing. Everything is okay." He said, "No, there is something." And then the other devotee, they told him, "Mahaprabhu, Srivas's son has left his body." Oh, that's why. Because there is a lamentation at home. And because of that, I'm not getting the taste in chanting the holy name. They said, "Bring that boy." So they brought that boy. And Mahaprabhu touched him, and that boy got up. He became alive. And then Mahaprabhu, through him, he taught everyone that how everything is temporary in this world. Even the jiva, when he leaves body, he never cares for the parents of that body. Because there are so many lifetimes, there are so many bodies he has taken and whom he should get attached to. And by the mercy of Lord Gauranga, that was his last birth. So one day, when Nimai Pandit was very small, not that small, but he was very scholar at that time. So one day Srivas Thakur, he came and he asked Nimai, "What's the use of this scholarship if you are not able to become a devotee of Lord Krishna?" And Lord Gauranga replied him, "One day, by the blessings of Vaishnavas like you, I'm going to get that love of God. So please pray for me." That was the utter humility that Lord showed to his own devotee. And when Mahaprabhu went to Gaya and took initiation from Ishwarapuri and came back, so he started this Nagar Sangeet. He started with a Sankirtan. And he chose the place that is Srivas Thakur's courtyard. Now every day night they used to have this. One day, Lord Gauranga just ran into Srivas Thakur's house and went into his puja room and sat on the Mahavishnu's asana, and he said, "Look, Srivas, whom you are worshipping, that same Lord is now in front of you. So worship me." And Lord showed his 400 Vishnu forms to him. Very nicely with all the family members, Srivas Thakur, he worshipped Lord Gauranga. Everyone in the house of Srivas Thakur was blessed by Lord Gauranga. He had one Naisi. Her name was Narayani. She was very small actually. Lord Gauranga saw her and asked Srivas to bring her here, and put his toe in her mouth. As she got the toe in her mouth, she started crying profusely. Her body started trembling. She started dancing and chanting like anything. That same Narayani became the mother of Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is a Vyasa in Lord Gauranga's past. He wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat and explained the detailed pastimes of Lord Gauranga in Navadvip and his childhood pastimes. Then there was one more lady who used to be a maid servant there at Shivasa's place. Her name was Dukhi. So one day Lord Gauranga, when he was doing Kirtan, he saw her, he said, call her here. And he blessed her with the ecstatic love of God. And since that day, she was known as a Sukhi. And then Mahaprabhu said, even dog in the house of Shivas, even though he never had, but just to show his compassion, said, even the dog born in Shivasa's house will get highest liberation. Why? Because Shivas Thakur is my devotee. And when Mahaprabhu left Navadvip to take sannyas and went to the Katwa, Shivas Pandit with his brother, he left Navadvip and he again went back to Kumar. So once a while he used to come and meet Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. And while going to Jagannath Puri, he used to halt at Navadvip. He used to stay for a few days there, both while going and while coming. And thus they used to console Shachi Mata. So in his previous birth, he was a Narada, and his brother Sriram Pandit, he was a Narada's closest friend, Parvatamuni. Both they appear in Lord Gauranga's pastime to show even in the household life how one can perform devotional service. And today it's happened to be his disappearance stage. So let's pray at the feet of Shivas Thakur that by his mercy we can attain the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga. Because if you become dear to Lord Gauranga's devotee, then Lord Gauranga is going to shower his mercy upon you. Shivas Thakur ki.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had all night. There was some disturbance, some neighbors.
Yeah, always. They were so envious of Shivas Thakur. What they used to do is, they used to get so much disturbed. They used to say these so-called these Vaishnavas, they are so poor and beggars, they don't get anything to eat. That's why whole night they keep crying. Then few people who were not able to go inside and have audience of the Lord and see the Lord dancing, they used to spread a rumor that these people, they are not just doing kirtan, but they are hunting women inside. They're dancing with them. They're eating meat and all. So one day, just to get rid of all these people, he asked someone to put some meat outside of his house, so that people should not come this way, and there should not be a hindrance in chanting and dancing. And there was one brahmachari. He happened to be what they call Dugdha Hari. Only he used to drink milk. So, and Mahaprabhu clearly said, Shivas, nobody should enter when Kirtan is going on. If somebody comes, then there will be disturbance for me. Then Shivas Thakur considered, okay, he is tapasvi, so let him come. So he was hiding him somewhere in the corner, and Kirtan was going on. And Mahaprabhu said, there is someone who is not qualified to be here in this Kirtan. Shivas, who is that? I asked you already that nobody should enter in this. Then Shivas said, he is a very nice brahmachari, you know, he is a Dudka Hari. He never eats anything. He has a very strong sense control. Mahaprabhu said, By your austerities, you are not going to get a devotion. You are going to get a devotion by the mercy of Vaishnavas. He is here today not because he is a tapasvi, because you have shown mercy to him. So, especially in the Gaudiya mission, our progress in spiritual life depends upon the causeless mercy of Vaishnavas. If they are pleased, Lord is pleased with you. And that we can see from Shiva's Thakur's. Right. हाँ वो तो बताया ना. Hi Krishna. Sorry. Okay, okay.